All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the bench. If you're one of the tens or fives of people that have been following this builds, you probably noticed I haven't been posting lately. I have the videos made, I just haven't really posted them. The other part of it is items is the thing called life gets in the way, but she's done. She is all done. She is powered up. Couple tips, things that I did. Paint job's done. Seam work's done. Did I do as good as I'd hope on the seam work? I probably could have done better. I really had fun on this build with the weathering, and I did some more weathering and touch up to get it right at the end to match the studio model. I hit it with a dull coat. It turned out really nice. Couple things that I did do at the end, all your seams and joints, really one thing I love to do and makes a model look good, like your joints like you get in here and other places, I will backfill them with canopy glue. This is a thing I learned from many modelers online, and that really works out good. I actually install it with a syringe. I have a bag of syringes. Just got a new shipment. So I have syringes here, and I have needles on the side, and I actually use, I don't know the number. As biggest tip as I could find. This is an 18 gauge. 18 gauge is a really good size for it. I'm also going to be using these for the micro crystal clear when it's time to fill up all those windows. Remember, this kit has about 300,000 window holes in it for windows all throughout. Had to drill all of them. Those have to get patched somehow. So my canopy glue works really great for doing the small cracks and seams, like the ones back here in different places. And then I use plastic putty. I'm not excited about how some of the joints worked out. I probably could have spent some more time, to be honest, but it does look really, really good when you look at it. So next, base. Every kit needs a base. So this particular kit, I used to buy my bases from online. I can't think of the guy's name either. Did a really great job with the bases, and but then all of a sudden I couldn't buy them. I was actually getting graphics, getting lit. And I worked out, and the last kit that I did was I made my own base. What I use a particle board, as you can see right here. This is a really fine sawdust type particle board. What that does allows you to do a nice grind with the router. So I have a router. I go through, I router up the edges. And I have it, you can see there's a layer. So on the bottom side there, it's an opening. So pretty much what this opening is for wiring. With the base, I'll have a small tube. I have it over there for the base that I'll be putting into there. The wire comes through. I won't drill all the way, or you could, and you put a washer on this side. And then wires come out. Switch I could probably put somewhere in this area. As you can't see. Maybe here off on the side. Idea for this is that I have right now is I'm going to put, I found a Romulan bird symbol, and I'm going to cut it out on my vinyl cutter. And on the vinyl cutter I'm going to lay it out. I'm probably going to paint this black, lay it out in silver on the vinyl, then touch it up with some weathering, probably some black really fine around the lines to give it some shadowing, and then clear it. It should be good to go. So with that, when I use the different sides, obviously we have cracks. So this time I have some plastic wood that I'm going to be using, and at this point we're so much at the beginning of the process, the stuff is wet. I am just gonna lather this stuff in. Wherever you see the crack, got my fingers a mess. Again, this stuff, I just want it thick to cover up the outside, to cover up these cracks. You can see it's not as fine. I even have some work to do on the edge, but I am just gonna lather it up. I have a multi-tool with a sanding end. I'm gonna take this outside and then hit that with the multi-tool. But again, the goal right now is to try to do my best not to see these seams, which is one of my curses that I actually do have issues with, trying to get it just right every time. Little known tool, it is a great tool to have around, is one of my favorites is diaper wipes. I use diaper wipes for so many things around the shop. A lot of things, for example, cleaning up messes. It works great. So if I have to clean out my air gun, I use diaper wipes. You go inside of there, you wipe it, try to get some of this edge here. You wipe it, you wipe the inside of it with the diaper wipes. It's wet. You have water-based acrylic paints, and they work great. So highly recommend diaper wipes if you have a bit. I use, I think, Costco brand, unscented, and just having her laying around next to the where I do many different things, and then yeah, just wipe away. You could also, with some of this, if this is like a water-based type material, you could even use it for that also. Trying to get some of this stuff into this crack. It is going to shrink, so you just got to be careful, and that is why I'm going to gab tons of it. Multi-tool sander blasts it right out at the end of the day. Does a really nice job at that. So yeah, this is the first step. Once this dries, give it a day. As much as I have on it, it's going to have to be a day. Once this dries, come back, sand it. Once I get it where I want it, where it's nice and clean on the edges, especially where I route, I got to take some of these. There's like an edge here, as you can see where the router bit is. Once I get that cleaned up, painter, graphic, and again, I cut my own graphics. If you happen to get a vinyl graphic cutter, it's a great tool to have. I do decals two ways. I actually make my own decals for many kits, but I also do vinyl graphic mass. So that's the two ways that I do that. So this particular one, again, I'm just going to lay the vinyl down and call it a day. So that is about it. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. I will do my best to answer it. And then once this base is done, we'll get her wired, we'll get her mounted up, and that's it. Thanks for spending your time today watching, and again, modeling's a lot of fun, guys. It's a really good way to get away from things and enjoy it, and you get a great creation at the end of the day. So thanks for watching. Keep on learning, everybody.